Do you hate social media marketing but believe that it's necessary to build your business? Or worse yet, the thought of creating content gives you full-blown anxiety, which makes you believe that if you do build a business that it'll never be successful. If this sounds like you, then you are in the right place because today I'm sharing exactly how to do social media marketing without having to create content at all. Be sure to stick around until the very end because I'm going to be sharing with you a free resource that'll show you how to launch a business without needing to create a website or pay for paid ads either. Hey there, if you're new here, my name is Corey Logaitis and welcome to my channel. It is the place for aspiring entrepreneurs to learn how to officially make their dream of going from employee to an entrepreneur a reality. I know I may look young, but I've been doing digital marketing since back as far as 2008. Back in my former career, I was tasked with helping small mom and pop resellers learn how to compete with Fortune 200 brands, but not using a Fortune 200 budget. So I was a super early adopter of learning how to do digital marketing as well as other guerrilla marketing and low and no cost strategies. I now specialize in helping people build brand new businesses with low and no cost marketing strategies. So let's go ahead and dive in to learn how to do social media marketing without having to create any content. All right, so there's a bit of research that you're going to need to conduct before you actually dive into the platforms and start marketing. So let's cover that super quick. First and foremost, you want to make sure that you know specifically who your target market is. If you are not clear on this and are hoping to cast a wide net and advertise to everybody, I got some tough love for you. That's going to result in nobody wanting to interact with you because people want to be spoken to in their own language, to have folks understand and know what it is their problems are. So when you speak to everybody's problems, it doesn't stand out to any one person, right? Which is why this is an issue. So making sure that you know your specific target market is going to make it that much easier for you to not only communicate with them, but also to find them. So if this is something that you've never done before, that you've always just kind of been, throwing the message out there to everybody and hoping and praying that somebody sees it, then you definitely want to make sure that you check out my Secrets of Finding Your Niche video and go through that process first to figure out exactly who your target market is. Once you know your exact target market, you need to understand what their challenges are, right? So really understand what makes them tick. You have to know, what is it that keeps them awake at night? What problem do they have? How does your specific product or service solve their problem? Right? So you effectively need to know their situation better than they understand it themselves. And once you're able to crack this code, it's going to make the next steps in the process of social media marketing so much easier. So definitely make sure you do this research in advance before, moving on to the next steps. The next bit of research you're going to want to make sure that you do is knowing where your target market hangs out. This is going to be so much easier to figure out once you know that exact target market. That's one of the reasons that you go through that research first. So, get an idea, just as like a few examples. Let's say you're like me, right? And you work with aspiring entrepreneurs. So I know, for example, that my target clients tend to hang out in entrepreneur, mastermind groups, Facebook groups. They go to networking meetings. They're usually researching information online. It's one of the reasons that I do YouTube videos because I know they're searching for answers to business startup questions, right? So once you know where your audience is hanging out online, it makes it that much easier for you to make educated decisions on where you want to spend your time when doing social media marketing, whether you're creating content or not. All right, so now that you have all that research completed, now it's time to actually dive into the platforms and start marketing. So here's how to make this strategy work. You don't create content. Instead, you spend time on the platforms and you interact with your target market's content, right? So you're out there on the platform searching for their posts, posting about what it is that they're having challenges with that you can hop in and help with. Now, this style of marketing takes a little bit more time, but it is really productive because it allows you to create and nurture relationships with these people that you otherwise wouldn't necessarily have right off the bat if you're just doing content. It takes a little bit more time. It's very direct when you're responding to somebody who is posting, what their problem is online and interacting and sharing how you can help them solve it. It's very, very authentic. It builds quick relationships. And that's one of the reasons why it's been so successful for both myself and my clients using this strategy. So this part's super easy. All you're going to do is you're going to comment on their posts, ask them some questions, maybe even move into the DMs, build relationships, and really get to know them and understand whether or not their problem that they're posting about online is something that you can solve. This entire, process and all these interactions are actually an act of service. You're helping this person regardless whether or not you're the one who's ultimately going to help them, because through you having a conversation with them about their problem, you're going to be able to help them troubleshoot exactly who it is that they should go to be able to solve it, whether it's you or maybe it's somebody else within your network. So definitely networking is such a great complement to learning how to do social media marketing. So if you haven't done networking before, be sure to check out this video here to learn a strategy to learn how. So as you're having conversations with people, these questions and answers and back and forth are all an opportunity for you to pre-qualify whether or not your product and service, it will solve this person's problem, right? So as you're doing the pre-qualification, in the event that it's somebody who you can solve their problem, it's really as simple as making an invitation to hop on a sales call or a strategy session or a discovery call or whatever it is that you want to call it. So here's the fun part. When they get to the point that they actually agree that they want to hop on a sales call, discovery call, strategy session, whatever it is that you call it, that's an actual lead. So that's how you do social media marketing and take somebody from not even being aware that you and your business exist whatsoever without content and turning them into a lead. So the process is so painfully simple and seems so common sense, yet so few people use this online to build their brand new business, especially when they're just starting out. So there you have it. I really hope that you've enjoyed learning how to do social media marketing without having to create content to launch and build your new business. If you're ready for a more in-depth training, then I've got a great resource for you. Check out the description below and register for my free 60-minute masterclass. In it, I'll walk you through an entire 3-phase strategy on how to launch a business from scratch. If you made it this far watching today's video, drop me a comment below saying, "No content necessary." I want to reach out and personally thank you for checking the video out. And if you enjoyed what you learned in this video, be sure to check out these videos next. And last but not least, if you really found value in it, be sure to like, subscribe, and share it with your friends. I'll see you next time.